where do you find all these incredible venues all the time? Do you have like a special list where you find them or something? Oh, okay. So my name is Andreas Stubelius. I work for the Swedish Energy Agency. And we are 100% governmental agency with the mission to create a long-term sustainable energy system. First in Sweden, and then we try to spread it out to you guys more. This picture, some of you maybe have heard of a guy called Alfred Nobel. We have the Nobel Prize ceremony every year in Sweden and Norway. He was an inventor, and he had a lot of patents, and he also created this Nobel Foundation for funding research and development. And when I used to joke around, I say all Swedes are like him. And together with that, we put a tax on carbon really early. We have a lot of clean tech innovations coming out of Sweden. Me and Joachim, we work for a team that make early seed stage investments in clean tech. And from the base that we work with, we fund a lot of R&D in energy, and then we help creating new companies basically from that. So we started out 2006 as a project, and now we have a whole team at place. We are structured as a traditional VC, but we don't invest with equity. Since we're a governmental agency, we invest with soft loans and other tools with royalties. Our goal is to create these companies, but to get the VC on a little bit later stage so we can accelerate these companies a bit more. We build a lot of networks and hubs. I will come to that a little bit later, because the Swedish market it's a bit too small for these companies to grow big. So we use the Swedish market as like a test market to then later go out on the real markets. So a little bit about the portfolio. We are close to 100 companies in the portfolio. We've done quite good so far. We have a survival degree of more than 80%. We have the top 6 companies in the portfolio have a market value of more than $500 million. And we have invested so far $70 million. So in terms of business, we're doing quite good. But if we go to climate impact, we're doing even better. The companies in our portfolio have the potential to save 14 times the annual emissions of Sweden, just in our portfolio. So that is quite impressive. There's a lot of great interest in our companies. I need to update my slides. We have 70 publicly listed companies out of the portfolio by now. Nasdaq First North is one of the biggest ones. We've had 3 big M&As for our companies. For instance, a big American semiconductor company called Fairchild bought one of our companies. And that is my last slide, but I'm going to tell you 3 other things. And after me, you will hear from 5 Swedish innovative companies. And one of those companies come from an experiment we've done. And this is quite funny, because with more than 70 companies in the portfolio, each company is come from this crazy inventor. And you know, crazy inventors don't only have one ID. They have at least 10 IDs, which means that I have more than 630 other IDs that we could do something funny thing. So I took one of the biggest inventors and brought him to a school of entrepreneurship in the west part of Sweden. And he pitched some of his ideas for these students. And today we actually have a company come out of that. And they have recently been into the incubator of IKEA. And so you will hear from them later on. But so for you guys with big portfolios, you can get more leverage from them with this model. The other thing that I will say is that we are trying to work a bit more with breakthrough energy ventures. And they are sprung out of Breakthrough Energy Coalition Everybody knows what that is? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I'll give you a short crash course from my point of view what it is. So during the Paris Agreement, Bill Gates showed up, said, with his golf buddies, and he said, hey, I'm willing to invest my private money into fighting climate change, but then we want the governments, the countries, to join that. And from that, there is an agreement, and the countries that when signed in is called Mission Innovation, 23 countries that have signed off to double their efforts in R&D. And on the other side is Breakthrough Energy Coalition. That is basically Bill Gates and his golf buddies, Mark Zuckerberg, Richard Branson, and a couple more. So we are now trying to work with Breakthrough Energy Ventures, and they aim to invest in scaling up existing technologies. So we have taken 8 of our top portfolio companies, and we create what I call Business Plan 4.0. I'm stealing it from Industri 4.0. And it's basically not business as usual, it's more business unusual. So Business Plan 4.0 is, okay, if Bill Gates go and invest $100 million in your company, how fast can you scale up this technology worldwide? So that is quite exciting, and I hope we can have them on Ecosummit in Berlin, perhaps. The third thing I will say is that I started out with the Swedish market is too small, but it's a perfect market to test out new innovative technologies. But based from the needs in the portfolio, we have identified 4 other markets, and that is the US, it's China, it's Germany, and it's UK. And so we have started clean tech hubs, and I think we have Stella here somewhere. Yes, back. She's working for the UK clean tech hub that we have, and it's basically to help our companies into those markets a bit further. So that's how we try to spread a bit more. And yeah, that's basically what I had to say. Please join me in the networking area for questions later.
I have a little surprise. Is Philippe La Rochelle here in the room? Do you know which company he's working for?
No?
Breakthrough Energy Ventures.
Ah!
Yeah, and when did he buy a ticket? Was it in the morning or yesterday? Unbelievable. So
Okay.
we have one guy here from this billion-dollar fund, and he's based in Boston.
Perfect. Okay, yeah.
And he is very eager to talk to you too.
Ah, perfect.
And we are already making a plan for bringing them to Berlin in May.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's in the making. We are fast.
You are fast.